Welcome back to Connections with Danielle. Happy Red Friday again. Today's feature is another new one called Community Connections, which is going to be any nonprofit or charitable organization that I am involved with or have a love for. And this week is Johnson County Christmas Bureau. My friends Roseanne Newcomer is the board of directors president, and Nina Kimbrough is the executive director. My friend Linda and Luann helped Roseanne all last week get ready for their gala. You're going to see videos and pictures of the gala, some of Roseanne's story. Roseanne has absolutely got the most giving heart of anybody that I've ever met. She and her husband Ray were the presenting sponsors for the gala last week, and it was fabulous. If you're not familiar with Johnson County Christmas Bureau, they provide Christmas for families that are underserved in Johnson County. They are celebrating their 65th anniversary this year, and I'm going to let Roseanne tell you a little bit about that. And instead of cutting to Franklin for the insurance information this week, it's going to be me. So he was a little under the weather, so the question this week was, if I have an accident and I'm hit by someone who doesn't have insurance, how does that all work out? So if you are a resident of Kansas, you have a PIP policy. And what is the PIP? Is the personal injury policy. That's a little tough to say. So your PIP will take effect first and cover you for some medical expenses, get you to the doctor potentially the day of the accident. And then there are two other policies. That's the uninsured policy and the underinsured policy. So if you were hit by either uninsured or underinsured motorist, those two policies will come along to help fix your vehicle and also do your medical coverage beyond the PIP policy. So if you ever have any questions or would like an insurance review, please reach out. Franklin would love to sit down and talk to you about your policy, or if you have questions about claims. And enjoy the video from here and the sights and sounds of our Sapphire Jazz Night last week for Johnson County Christmas Bureau. Hope to see you at some of our events next week. Have a great weekend.
Yes, right? But every year my mom would wrap empty boxes underneath our tree just so they would look pretty in the room. She was a decorator, so she tried her best. And we'd go and shake those presents and there wasn't anything in them for our home. So I grew up in Mission, Kansas. So I grew up in an area that's not necessarily poor, you would think, but we were very, very strapped. We were very, very, very limited to try to have the best of everything for us no matter what. But there was a lot of things that we didn't have, especially during the holidays, because, that's extra stuff. It didn't have somebody else's name in the tag, didn't have any scuffs or bruises on the elbows. And when a kid goes to school and they have confidence, it overflows in their social skills, in their education of themselves, and gives them the ability to actually move forward and do things that maybe they didn't have thought process to do in the first place. So just know you're giving more than a soccer ball or a toy. You're giving them confidence and encouragement. So where I was a single mom of two, the kids are growing up. Now, if my son or my daughter were here tonight, they would tell you, Mom, we never thought we were poor. We were, but we never thought we were poor. And Johnson County Christmas Bureau, for several of my Christmases, made it for the fact that I had presents under the tree. I had coats for my kids, I had gloves, I had hats, I had food. They give you usually with fresh produce, protein, toilet paper. But Jane is the head of our adult gifts department. Now, as an adult of a single mom going to the shop, my kids wouldn't have been able to afford a gift for me, let alone when I asked them to do that. But as they go through the shop, there's so many people that come in and go, oh, I didn't know I was going to get a gift. Yes. The parents get a gift. The guardian, the grandparents that are raising their grandkids are getting a gift. So it does so much more for the family. It really isn't. And if you ever volunteer, come and check out the store, which I ask anybody here, if you're available November 4th, come be my guest. And and see what the shop looks like, it's amazing. We have Bed Bath & Beyond that's no longer here, but you know what I mean? Something big enough to where people can walk in, shop with dignity, and leave with a car full of Christmas that they didn't know how it was going to happen. They knew that God would bring them somehow, some way.